Today, Precarious plays
Zone of the Enders.
So much of this gameplay is meaningless to me.
Why is that?
It just... I don't remember where we're going and what we're doing anymore. Like, the exact definition of meaningless.
Do you want me to bring you up to speed, or do you just want me to keep playing? Because I know.
I mean, bring us up to speed, because if I've forgotten, people who have to wait days between episodes might also...
I'll go over it briefly.
It's just that it's, like, the gameplay doesn't talk about it very much, like, what we're doing.
What we're doing is we are trying to find programs to power up Jehudi.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, we are trying to find something that will allow us to overcome the artillery piece, basically, like the artillery class orbital frame.
Mm-hmm.
That was shooting us with vertical launch lasers. Which is
Oh,
very
yeah.
silly, but...
I remember that thing. That was terrifying. How could I forget that?
Because it's very visually similar to everything else we've been doing, I would say. And that's it, right? We're just trying to find, I believe it's the decoy program.
Good story. Good story.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic anymore. I'm not sure.
I am. Sure.
Right now I'm trying to blow up these porters. Hopefully it will lead me directly to decoy.
Mm-hmm.
If not, I vaguely remember, I think that we encountered invisible enemies.
Yeah.
And there was a to-do about that. I think we have the ability to detect invisible enemies, whereas before we did not.
Ah.
So...
Good.
But right now the mission is really just to generally power up Jehudi.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna get good with a U.
One over there and four over there.
Because that's what's going on.
No.
No?
No, this is very much the opposite of getting good. Getting good would be if I already had all of the functions available to me.
Uh-huh.
And if I was just using them poorly.
Oh.
That's what getting good
So you're getting
is.
good.
Yeah, you're finding goods.
Finding goods.
On sale.
I
You buy
got
one
it.
and you get one.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah, you know video games now.
Yeah.
Well, there are two ways to progress in video games. My favorite is usually whenever you improve and your character improves.
Yeah. That just, it makes you feel like you're right in step with the main thrust of the story and the action. When you're both getting good at the same rate.
Oh, did it survive that? Yeah, I think it survived that. Okay.
You know what's really exhilarating?
What?
Learning. That's what makes video games fun. Learning at a good pace.
Often it can be the thing, yes.
Well, maybe not the thing, but certainly a thing.
Yeah.
A big thing. A thing roughly the size of a fridge or a car. Or maybe...
Or whatever that building is.
Yeah.
Some sort of storage warehouse. Time to go on with my downer topic. And it is a downer topic. Because in between episodes you were like, hey man, I don't think
critique is not always a downer, it's just constructive. We're always learning.
But here's why I think it's a downer.
Yeah.
It's a downer for me because Kojima Productions they have, before this title, and definitely after this title, they've made the type of game that this probably should have been.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, so is this a situation where you can coldly say, well, it's not their best work?
Did that? Yeah, I think that's
exactly the situation.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to what she was saying because I've started tuning out all of the stuff. Ah, man, I hope that porter didn't just open up something lame. I missed it. I'm so embarrassed. This game has thrown me so far off balance that I just completely ignored her. I'm sorry, Ada. Hope you weren't telling me anything critical.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, would you say that they've somewhat desensitized you to her advice throughout the game?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Why did I just get unknown? Currently unusable weapon. Application device driver necessary for its use. I think that's what the porter opened. I'm gonna go inside. Maybe it was something inside.
Okay.
We are heading for the outer area of the battle zone.
So this game is not particularly good because...
Because I think that it's... The point
Colony damage increases.
that the story, the narrative is trying to make runs counter to too many of the mechanics. Okay, I believe that this is decoy.
Please.
But no, we need 2 passcodes. Okay, I think I'm starting to get a better sense of what we actually need to do to progress. Because there were those invisible raptors from before.
Yeah.
I think that they're probably tucked away. Oh, I hope that they're not on the map. Like they're in the map, but unmarked. Like without a cutscene or anything to give me a hint. I hope I haven't already passed them. That would really suck. Oh, let's go to the park.
That's what I always do when I'm sad. Parks are cool.
This is the type of game that this should be. This should not be a game where you have a super cool giant fighting robot and you whiz bang boom kapow around and mess up other robots.
Leo, in this condition,
Oh no, this is the wrong one. But still, this was important. I'm glad that I went here. Because that was Park 1? Okay, then that means I got turned around and we need to jet over to Town 1. Okay. I mean, how could I ever have gotten those confused? Oh, how could I have mixed up Town 1 with Park 1? Oh, that's a lot of fires.
There are many fires. That's a lot of fires.
It's upsetting to me because they're concentrated in a civilian center. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Enemy force.
So, what's an example of some game mechanic that runs completely counter to the story that they're trying to play off?
You want me to give you one right now?
Yeah, one right now. A simple one, a good one.
This is rad, and it shouldn't be. Why are they giving me something in combat that feels good if combat is supposed to be some abhorrent thing to avoid at all costs? Metal Gear Solid does a much better job selling a message of war not being something that you really want to participate in. Because the intention behind the game, and congratulations if you are some person that is some master of open combat in Metal Gear, and you can run in and shoot the mans with your lethal weapons and kill everyone. Good job, asshole. You developed the skills to completely short circuit the intention behind the game. But Metal Gear Solid's combat is not supposed to feel satisfying. That's actually one of my big problems with the Phantom Pain, and to a lesser extent, Peace Walker. It's that combat happens a little too easily. It's a little too cool. That's one of the reasons why I liked it, but I did not think it was appropriate in Peace Walker how you have the rapid fire CQC chaining. Like whenever you mash someone into the ground and then like the double hand icon comes up and you tap the button again and boss says like next and then mashes another dude into the ground and it becomes successively excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm so exhausted from this experience. P means passcode. Okay.
Penis.
P for penis. But I don't think it was appropriate to give Big Boss something so powerful and cool and impressive to do in combat, because it's okay to occasionally have that in a cutscene, like the cutscenes where he single-handedly takes down the Ocelot unit in Metal Gear Solid 3, that's fine. But whenever you can emulate that so effectively as a player, it runs counter to the point of the game. Next time, a short anecdote to make us feel a little better, and then we'll get back to critiquing the game.